I've hit start streaming. So now we just wait for the notification.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, welcome everyone
Oh,
to
ho, ho!
a rainy Monaco qualifying for Tier 1 of Intrepid Racing League. I am your host and commentator, Toasty Evan Brad, and I'm joined in the com box by WuSheisty once again.
We're back. Did
It
not
was,
expect to see a
it was
wet
so nice the first
qualifying.
time that we had to do it again.
As we see an Aston of Mania coming out as few people coming out on the inters.
Yeah, Maniac GT and his Aston Martin out. He'll be a good person to watch for our lap.
Be very interesting to see how drivers will decide on what tire to go, whether they take the gamble on the inters or stick with the full wets.
I don't know, I guess we'll be able to compare because Maniac is on the full wets with Lead City's on the
Oh,
inters.
both the Alpines coming up too. We have Cloud City
The fuck?
on track.
Okay. But here goes Maniac to start his first lap. Coming through, sliding through the
Oh,
first corner. Barely holding on to catch it. He's going to get caught up in a little bit of traffic here as he heads down this first sector. Still quite a lot of standing water left on that track, so there's gonna be a lot of sliding, especially if this rain doesn't let up at all. The purple Sector 1 for Maniac, obviously, as he heads down into the Grand Hotel Hairpin. One of the most memorizable corners in all of Formula 1. As he heads down, he's going to be getting a good run into this tunnel. Maybe getting a little bit of slipstream from the Red Bull out in front. But he pulls away very nicely, allows Maniac to go. So through the tunnel, Maniac goes, heading into the Neuville chicane. Sliding right through it, he's going to cut the corner, and yeah, that is invalidating his lap time. Just pushing a little too much there, as he's going to continue sliding around the circuit. I'm going to jump up to Cloud City here on the inters. I want to see how he's doing as he heads into the hairpin.
ooh, losing the rears right in there before going into the tunnel. Caution sector 3. I would probably just stamp so getting out of the way.
Cloud City heading towards the Neuville chicane. Will he be able to keep it on track? Yes, he will, as he's going to head through, looking to continue his lap time. Losing the rear quite a bit. He's going to slide around. That's going to cost him some time as he heads into the Sector 3. 106.4. Into swimming pool. A lot of sliding there as he heads through the last hairpin. I don't think that it's time for enters. Through the last corner, he's going to be pushing to the line, and we get a lap time of 129.6 for Cloud City on the inters. His teammate Shadow Storm invalidating his lap as he's on the wets. Here's Fate, also on the full wets. Will Fate be able to put in a lap that's better than Cloud City? Into the final set of corners. Down the main straight. What will Fate be able to set? 129.8. So 2/10 difference between him and Cloud City. Maniac with yet another invalid lap.
Leaky going wide in the hairpin.
Mark Black jumps to the top of the 128.8 on the wets. Wonder if that means the wets are better. Iceman Rule. He's coming down the main straight. Well, will he be able to say he's on the enters? 129.
Oh, Leaky spinning out of the chicane. Loses his left front wing. And loses it again. Oh, his other front part of his front wing.
Ooh, Stampso with a purple sector 1 on his full wets as he heads out of the hairpin. Stampso, he's going to keep pushing in his Williams. Into the Newville chicane. Keeps it on track. Going to continue his lap time as he heads into sector 3. 105.3 for Stampso out of that second sector. And to swimming pool over the curbs very nicely. Into the final portion, Maniac 126.3 on the full wets. Here comes Stampso down the main straight. Well, will he be able to put in 128.7? So it looks like full wets are the tire that you want to be on. Iceman 128.5, so maybe not. I don't know. Hash brown.
Or purple sector 1.
A lot of yellow flags out in this session. Always really hard to let people die. Well, B-Dot, I would if you were online. So... do you have B-Dot added by chance?
Maybe. I do not know.
I feel bad about just like not sending him an invite, but I don't. There you go, I sent it to him.
Okay.
Franco in his Mercedes. 126.4 P2 for the Mercedes Franco as he slams it into the wall. Maniac seems to be improving. He's going to have a little bit of rear end sliding as he heads through, getting a nice slipstream from this Red Bull driver out in front of him.
Maniac, yet another faster lap, 125.6 for Maniac, the Aston driver. Cloud City down 2 seconds.
Gets him up in P3.
Franco improving in his Mercedes. Will he be able to match Maniac? A little bit of sliding. Down the main straight. Franco looking for something. 125.1 goes Franco to take the fastest lap. Currently sitting on that pole position. Mark Lex with an invalid lap. Maniac not improving. Shadow Storm on an out lap. Hitch. Hitch, purple sector 2. 1.5 seconds down as he heads through swimming pool. A little bit of sliding as he's going to be looking to put up a time. His teammate Stamso sitting P4. Has a little bit of work to do to be up there. Here comes Hitch. 125.8 to go P3.
Be very interesting to see if some people come out in the inters now that there seems to be a dry line starting to form.
Mm-hmm. The two V-Garbs out. Fate getting a nice teammate from their, nice toe from their teammate. Nice teammate from their toe.
Franco down 5/10 with his laps invalidated.
As Fate invalidates their lap. Very easy to invalidate your lap here, it seems. Shadow Storm into the tunnel, heading into the Nouvelle Chicane. Yellow flags out for Haas and Mercedes drivers. Alpine Shadow Storm looks to be having some pace. Tap of the wall as he gets purple sector 2. 103.7 for him. Into swimming pool, another tap of the wall, but he keeps it alive. Into the final set of corners. Shadow Storm 125.7 to go P3 behind Maniac. Franco through the Nouvelle Chicane, his teammate sitting right behind him.
Ooh, little rally car racing there by Franco. As he heads into the pits.
Fate into the pits. 4 minutes left in qualifying, so people might be starting their final runs very shortly. Ice being
Link, he's still trying to get a time on the board.
Tenths. It doesn't seem right. He's down 9 tenths as he heads into sector 2. Into the tunnel, Iceman. And out heading into the Nouvelle Chicane. Yeah, that line is definitely
started to show. Big hit of the wall there. It's a swimming pool. This Mercedes driver.
Oh. Leaky seemed to be doing very good and validated his lap. Right after the chicane.
Iceman P2 with the 125.3 right behind his teammate, so he's going to be quite happy with that. Stampso across the line, 125.7 to go P5. Marklax having a little bit of sliding coming out of that final corner, but he's looking towards the line and he's going to cross it, 124.8 to go fastest. New pole setter, Marklax 18. He's going to have some competition if he wants to keep that, though. Here comes Glad City out of the final corner. Across the line, 124 flat to go P1, stealing it away from Mark. Immediately, Maniac coming across the line now. Not able to improve on his inters. Franco with an invalid outlap. Iceman maybe seeming to match his lap on a potential cooldown.
Lo and behold, we finally got a McLaren out on track. Let's see who's going to get their laps in. Fate starting his flying lap.
Oh, Davis joining for Red Bull. So we'll have two drivers now. Maniac invalid
Those Red
lap
Bulls.
is down. Unfortunately. Who's the next going to be crossing the line? I think it's Franco as he takes a purple sector too.
We have 45 seconds left in qualifying. Let's see who will get in the line maybe to get another lap or who will be wrapping up their initial
Franco to the
lap.
top of the board with the 123.1. Almost going a full second faster than everyone as he takes that provisional pole. His teammate may be looking to challenge it as he's 8 tenths down as he heads into the final parts of Sector 3. Into the final straight. What can Iceman do? It's Mercedes. 123.9 to go P2 right behind his teammate. Fate's not able to improve much, going P8 for that V-Carb driver. Leaky, P6 into the Haas. Stampso coming across the straight. P4 for Stampso, 124 flat. Here comes an Alpine, a Shadow Storm. Shadow going P2, 123.7. Great lap for him. Marklax getting an excellent tow as the two cross the line. Marklax P2 with a 123.5. And here comes his stand-in teammate Davis for his first lap. There's an Alpine of, I think that's Cloud City behind him. As Davis goes P12, 138.1. Cloud City, 123 flat to take provisional pole. Maniac matching it up with a 122.7. And Franco does not seem to be improving. Iceman with an invalid lap. Can the Leaky improve at all? Fate also able to improve. 3 people left.
Leaky down a whole second right now on his time.
Purple sector 2 for Leaky. As he throws his corner into throws his car into the final few corners. Fate able to improve until 10. Leaky going P4.
P4.
What a qualifying session at the end there. Everyone
That got wild there at the first.
Yeah, Maniac taking that pole position. Very, very nice for that American driver. Cloud City sitting in P2. That completes your front row. Franco sitting in P3 in that second row. Leaky right beside him in P4. Mark Lax in P5. Shadowstorm in P6. Iceman Roll not able to show up his teammate. P7 for him. B-Dot in P8 in that mid-pack. Stamso in P9 with his teammate right behind him in P10. Hitch. Fate sitting in P11. His teammate Hash Brown right behind him in P12. And Davis starting last in P13 for the Red Bull. This is your grid. Stay tuned because we will have the full IRL T1 Monaco race here live and ready. What are your predictions?
Entering going on in the chat from several drivers, just saying. But this will be a very interesting match. We have, for those of you who do not know, the Mercedes boys have been dominating all season long here in Tier 1 with 182 currently. However, with the Red Bulls, they're not that far behind, but there's a very tight race for P2 between the Red Bulls and the Ferraris, whereas my Williams are 20 points behind the Ferraris, and there are clearly no Ferraris present. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Ferraris drop a little bit. I don't know. Maybe Red Bull can have a chance to try and gain some more points against the Mercedes boys. Who knows? But the Mercedes boys have been looking quick. They were quick in Zandvoort, quick in Baku too. So who knows what it'll be. I would love to see a Red Bull win. We had a Ferrari win last week too. So very interesting to see how none of them are here now. But if I had to bet money on who's going to win, I'd bet the Mercedes boys. But I would love to see a Red Bull win, so maybe we can see some point shifting. So who knows? Who knows? But it seems like the Mercedes boys are quick, but also Maniac killing it right now with that pole position lap. Be interesting to see how this unfolds too. Looking at the driver standings right now, Franco P1, Scorenzi P2, Hitch P3, Mar P4, Iceman P5, Ranger P6, Cloud P7, Stamsos 8, Blitz 9, and 10 is Shadowstorm. So several Mercedes are in the top 5 at least. So who knows if they will add more to their campaign at all in the World Drivers' Championship.
Sorry. Now we head to the grid where we will get our 5 red lights! And away we go for the Monaco Grand Prix. And Alpine in the back causing chaos as someone runs into him. Maniac getting a great jump as he heads into first turn. He stays in P1, Cloud City in P2, Franco in P3, Leaky P4, Mark Likes in P5, Iceman Roll P6, B-Dot jumping in position, but he is missing that left end play in P7. Stamso sitting pretty in P8, looking as they head into the Grand Hotel hairpin. Alpine moving across. Oh, big hit! William against the Alpine. Looks like to be some damage there. As they head through Shadowstorm, that got that bad launch. I think Hitch may have hit him as that Williams is missing a big chunk of his wing. I wonder if Hash Brown was also included in that. Yes, he was. Look at that left wing. It's just broken. Davis not being affected by that, so he's going to be able to keep on pushing. But look at this! Maniac being able to create a 1 second gap off the first lap. He is sitting absolutely pretty right now as he continues to pull away from Cloud City. Franco also struggling as he is going to be out of that DRS zone of Cloud City. Leaky sticking on the back of him as this train is started. Mark Like sitting in P5, Iceman in P6, B-Dot P7, Stamso P8. Fate P9, Davis in the back here in P10 as Hitch, Hash Brown, and Shadowstorm all come into the pits.
This will be big points for Aston Martin if Maniac can stay ahead in P1. So very good start by the Aston, and 2 from Cloud. Cloud's still trying to stay ahead too, as he keeps Franco out of his DRS range too.
As they head into the tunnel, heading into Neuville Chicane, is anyone gonna have the balls to try to risk it? No, they're not. Not close enough for overtaking. Maniac showing some great dominating pace. Same with Cloud City as he's able to pull away from Franco, forcing him to stay within this train that he started. B-Dot struggling for pace against this Mercedes up in front of him as Maniac takes the fastest lap with 12.8. These guys in the back here are going to be struggling after that early pit stop. Shadowstorm, Hitch, and Hash Brown all being forced to pit because of the damage due to Shadowstorm's terrible start. But this leads them open into the potential, technically, one stop if they want to try. Remember, Monaco is a forced 2-stop race. But with these guys taking their first pit on lap 1, they essentially have the option to go with what would be kind of like a normal one-stop, just starting in the very back.
Be very interesting to see how this DRS train now, starting by Franco, will end up moving forward. If anybody will make a move. Ooh, little love tap in the wall
Franco.
From Cloud.
Franco absolutely pushing as he gets back within the DRS. That's going to be great for his races. He's going to hunt down that Alpine up ahead of him. The hunt has started. I don't think it's a question of if. I think it's a question of when. Franco, very fast driver, as he is just eating away at that time.
He is glued to the back of that Alpine.
I think as soon as he gets the opportunity to, he will go for it. As Cloud hits the wall, has this little moment there. Cloud struggling very early on in this race, which is helping Maniac as he has pulled a 2-second lead. The Mercedes driver still on the attack, trying to do something as he gets closer and closer to Cloud. This train still fully formed, though. Nobody able to pull away. B-Dot slipping from Iceman once again, though. That's really going to help the Mercedes.
Mercedes going a little wide there into turn 15, or turn 16. Giving the opportunity of Leaky. No one able to make a move yet in this DRS train.
Leaky able to pull away from Marklax a little bit. I don't know if that gap's going to stay, but currently he's out of that DRS range. Iceman sitting in P6 for Mercedes in the middle of this train. His teammate sitting in P3. I have a question for you, WuSheisty. If you're Iceman and you know that your teammate's in P3 and you're currently sitting P6, how is your confidence?
Confidence right now definitely would be a little shot. I would definitely agree. However, though, it's Monaco. Leaky with 3-second time penalty. So you take it. In my mind, I take this with a grain of salt. You know, it's still the beginning of the race. You're 5 laps in, about to start lap 6, the tail end of lap 5. And right now, you just gotta. I mean, I did this 2 and Tier 4. I was just let me just do my own race, and so you got to be really focused on just doing your own race and just kind of react, making sure you're being proactive as well too.
Yeah.
Leaky within 5/10 wasn't able to make a move in the main straight.
Yeah, there's always that saying that your teammate is the first person that you're compared against, and I think that's really showing here. with the Mercedes, with Franco just being out, showing that dominance, and as he tries to get closer and closer to that P2. And Iceman sitting in this mid-pack, well, it's not terrible. It's definitely not the podium that his teammates sit in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but who knows what can happen? It's
I was about
Monaco,
to say,
baby.
there's still so many laps left that shouldn't be too worried.
By Mercedes, I'm feeling very good right now. Your two best drivers sitting up there. One's on the podium, one's within reach of a second
Not with a 3-second.
of P2, and right now you just got to do your race at this point. Just got to do your race, look for your opportunities when you can get them. You know, Iceman could somehow get Mark on this straight. Who knows?
Oh, big slide
He's
for
really
Leaky
close.
there out of that exit. Yeah, Franco just keep getting closer and closer, and then the gap goes away, and it's just a repeat. When is Franco going to make this move? You have to play this smart and strategic, which we all know Franco is, as he just gets closer and closer. The gap was within 2/10. Now it's kind of slowed down a little bit as they go through the winding sections of this track.
You have to give credit to Cloud. This defense has been spectacular so far in this beginning portions of this race.
Yeah,
by the Alpine.
He's been put on so much pressure, and he has just been absolutely dealing with it.
Ice cold.
Shadow Storm! I think maybe had a mishap. I think that's into the first corner there. I was almost.
The Alpine is out. Oh
wow. No. Yeah, if you're Shadow Storm right now, I'm sure you're beating yourself up. Your teammate's sitting in P2 and you just DNF'd. Wow.
In this battle, too, for the constructors for P5 between McLaren, Alpine, and the Racing Bulls, all within at least, I believe it's 11 to 13 points in the constructors. McLaren at 61, Alpine at 60, Racing Bulls at 53 total. As we go green again, so very interesting implication on the Alpine. Will they be able to hold that lead against the Racing Bulls with only one driver on the grid? But Racing Bulls have both of their drivers on the grid. And right now, everybody will be scoring points, too. It's going to be very interesting to see how this unfolds.
It was a great launch for Cloud as he's able to now pull away that gap. It was sitting around that 4/10 before the VSC. Now it's sitting around 7/10. So Cloud maybe being able to take a little deep breath. But he's just not quite out of it yet because Franco, I'm sure, is even more hungry.
Iceman's under threat from the McLaren.
Look at that gap between Franco and Cloud. It's falling away quickly. A little bit of a mistake for Franco right now. It's out of the DRS. Franco's going to want to push. He's going to want to be within that DRS if he wants to try to have a chance here. Although there's not very many DRS zones, it definitely is going to help. That gap, 1.1 right now. He doesn't get it, so he's going to struggle even more now down this main straight as he doesn't get the DRS. Leaky coming into the pits. The first of the front runners to come in. Leaky getting on a new set of hards. Going to be coming out P9, I think. You gotta wonder, how is Franco's tires doing?
He's on the medium tires right now. Those mediums right now, with a lot of these tight turns, definitely would say that their degradation is up there. As he slides out and going into the tunnel, too.
That's why I keep asking his tires. Maybe this Mercedes is not able to hold the tire wear as well as the Alpine up ahead.
Yeah, usually you'll see pits for mediums, and everybody started on the mediums at first, minus those who had pit earlier because of the incident in the back of the grid. Those mediums are going to get worn, and we're going to start seeing some pit stops coming in these next couple laps for them between lap 10 to 15. As these mediums will be screaming at the drivers.
Cloud coming into the pits. Stamso will come in and Fate will follow. Where does this put Leaky? Leaky going for the undercut. They pit last lap. Will they be able to pull off a huge undercut? They're going to get by Stamso and Fate, but not going to be able to get by Cloud. But now all eyes are on Franco and Cloud City. Cloud City often go for the undercut, but how will that play out with Franco's pit strategy? Franco seems to be struggling a little bit on these tires, but maybe it was just that dirty air that he was getting from Cloud. Will he be able to push now that he's alone?
And he's within 2.5 tenths, or a little less, a little more than now. Now within 2.5 tenths of Maniac. So who knows if he'll be able to catch Maniac in the next few laps. But who knows when Maniac
No,
will
flags
pit
out! Speedon's out! And the Newville chicane! Full
that
safety
is
car out for
detrimental
that.
for McLaren.
I think the McLaren driver.
That is.
I think the McLaren driver nicked that inside wall like we watched the Aston Martin do yesterday in qualifying. So full safety car out. This is gonna help Maniac and Franco and Marklex and Iceman. Cloud City is gonna be absolutely furious right now because Franco essentially getting a free pit stop here. Where does Cloud City come out though? Franco coming out on track ahead. Cloud City coming into the pits. So top 5 all coming into the pits. Leaky staying out. Leaky is going to exit. Leaky is going to be coming out right ahead of Marklex into P3. Leaky getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car.
Poor Leaky got so many penalties too last week in Zandvoort. This will be interesting. The Alpine. Oh,
Hitch pitting.
my Williams.
Ashburn coming into the pits.
This is gonna shake up the game good. This was a lifeline for for Maniac, Mark, and Franco, because those mediums were screaming.
Yeah, Cloud City is gonna be in a little bit of a tricky situation now, as he's gonna have so many people between him and Franco. 4 people.
A lot of them opting to go on the hards.
Yeah, that is definitely interesting. Maniac is going to have the pace off the start, but Franco being there, I wonder if he's going to be able to push.
Franco will definitely be pushing. Franco is very aggressive. Call him the Lewis Hamilton, old school Lewis Hamilton. God rest his soul after he left Mercedes. But who knows? We'll see.
So, apparently, a little update on what happened with Shadow Storm. His team put on 1 set of sauce and 1 set of mediums.
Interesting.
I'll work on pulling the photo up. Here is the official photo that we have received from the Alpine team. Like you can see, here's a soft tire, here's a medium tire, obviously. Does not set you up for
No way. Are you serious? What? How does that happen?
You know what? I don't even know.
I mean, this is an EA game, so we got to take that with a grain of salt. So I don't know what EA was doing. That's what I like to at least consider if it's an EA game, you're going to get EA type things.
Oh, Iceman needs an invite. Is Leaky get some sort of penalty? And just in case you guys didn't believe the fact that there was two different tire compounds, here's an actual video of it running. Oh, wow. That is... I've never seen that before. I have 500 hours on this game, and not once have I ever seen that happen.
That looks to be a glitch in the Matrix. That's what that looks like. That's literally what that looks like. That is crazy. That is insane. That is... You don't see that every day. Oh, let's see. Cloud, Hitch, Leaky, and Hash Brown have all completed their 2-stop requirements. And the only one that is on hards is Cloud, but I don't know if you can do 20+ laps on hards.
I doubt
in this. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I do highly doubt it. Safety car in.
What? No, you can. Because what? That last night, that guy was able to get to 19 and was like on 60%, so...
That's true.
We'll have to see what he can do, but yeah, waiting for the restart to happen. Maniac is allowed to go at any point now that the safety car is in the pits, and wow! Franco caught it, but Marklack's caught lacking as he's going to be a second back. Iceman's going to be a second back. Stamsto's going to be right there. He's maybe going to be looking for a move on this Mercedes into turn 1 as he's going to go for the dive. Stamsto going to get 3-second time penalty for the corner coding, but he's going to try to stick it alongside this Mercedes. He's going to keep going side by side, and he makes the move. Stamsto up into P4.
Oh boy, Stamsto. He was killing it in Zandvoort last week as we have this long train behind him separating the podium sitters. Be to caution sector 2.
Yeah, what a pull away for these front two. Franco is going to be hot on Maniac's tail, but Maniac on the softer tires.
Cloud City looking at the move on Iceman.
Ooh.
Oh, contact!
He's going to go off track.
The Alpine. What a wild restart we've had here. Anything? Maniac under pressure from Franco.
Oh my gosh.
Stewart's gonna have a good look at that. Instant Manivelle chicane.
Yeah, definitely gonna be interesting to find out exactly what happened there and who was at fault, if there was fault put on someone. Cloud City still really close to Iceman. He wants this move at some point. And
ooh, little love tap from the V-carb. Oh, I saw a front wing come off. It looked like a little bit there from the Racing Bull. There. That's Cloud looking at... He goes for the move!
oh my gosh! The Alpine going around the outside, making it stick really quickly. Cloud up into P5. And I apologize to interrupt the broadcast once again, but here's the full clip that we have received from Shadow with his DNF, and yeah, it must have just been the different tire compounds. Unfortunate for the Alpine driver. Maniac with the fastest lap. Here comes Hash Brown. He gets by Iceman. Iceman down into 8th. Or 9th now.
The V-car taking over the Mercedes again.
Hitch in a little bit of a tricky situation right now, situated just between both of the V-carbs. They could work together to maybe get Hash Brown up into 7th so that they could be running 6th and 7th. Leaky coming into the pits. Looking at the front battle as Leaky gets so many time penalties. Oh my god. What is Leaky at now? Leaky has to be at like 20. 26 for Leaky.
He had a lot last week, too. Poor Leaky. Franco on the back of Maniac.
Yeah, this move is going to get done soon, I think. That gap has just been closing in. Will we see a lead change?
He looked at the outside. He goes to the inside.
He thinks about it, not able to get anything done just yet. I don't know. This could get really scary for Maniac. Franco still needs one more pit stop, and if he thinks about strategy, I think he might be ending on the medium set of tire, which will help him push with that last stint. Here's Franco all over the back of Maniac. Are we going to see the swap for the lead down this main straight? A little bit of a bad segment of corners for Franco, as he's going to stay in his P2.
That's Brown losing his front left end plate on his wing as he will head into the pits to get that replaced.
Hitch getting closer to fate now. Good evening, MJW.
Ooh, a little bit of a love tap from the Williams of Hitch, I believe.
Franco within 2/10 of Maniac. Maniac with a big lock up into the Newville chicane. This Mercedes all over the back. Oh, I need to invite Iceman, but I don't want to pull away from the battle. Franco thinking about a move into swimming pool. Doesn't stick it. Still all over the back of that Aston as I'm going to quickly try to just rip off the Band-Aid and try to invite Iceman. Here comes Franco. Still not able to make a move yet. Lance Stroll is one of the worst drivers, MJW. Never, ever will I congratulate him on any result.
Franco looking to the outside, trying to do a switchback. Having to play fetch with my cat to entertain him while trying to call this race as best as I can. Because he's been sleeping all day.
Franco still thinking about a move into Newville. Taking it a little rough. He's going to lose some time. Look at Marklax. Marklax has joined the action now as he's within the DRS range. Marklax getting an absolute beautiful race right now. He started in, I think, P5, up into P3 now. After that safety car helped him. If Stroll wins the championship next year, I will eat a shoe. I will sit down and eat a
That's a bold statement.
Shoe.
I will hold you accountable to that.
Do it.
I will hold you to that.
Stroll will not win.
He will not win. My Pookie Bear George Russell is going to win the World Drivers' Championship in 2026.
It's gonna be Pierre Gasly.
Pierre Gasly.
Believe in Gasly.
Athletes, what? Kiki. What? I think I did that right, or at least the iteration of it right.
Cloud
I like
City
to think.
getting closer to Stamps though. The two just about on equal tires as they head into tunnel. Into the Newville chicane. Cloud City ever closer. Within 3/10 is that gap. He's ready for a move, I think. He's sticking
He is
all
right on the
over the
gearbox.
back. He is pushing Stamso through some of these corners. He's ready for this move. He doesn't make it here. I think he's ready for the DRS straight. Here it comes. Fate's also right there, ready for any taking if someone messes up. Cloud City absolutely burning, not able to make any overtakes just yet, though.
Stamps here with wonderful defense that we're seeing right now from the Williams.
Yeah, doing great work to keep himself in this top 5. I don't know, do you think that we're going to see an on-track pass for this first place? We've been watching it for 10 laps and it's still yet to happen.
Still yet to happen. Looked like a little love tap too from Cloud on the Stamso in the Nouvelle Chicane. Not the Nouvelle Chicane, the Hotel Hairpin.
Bro, I'm just waiting for this overtake to happen. I'm waiting. I'm watching. I know it's gonna happen. I just don't know when.
Lovely view of the boats of Monaco. These leaders sitting pretty with a almost a 7-second gap.
7-minute gap.
Second gap.
Fate's getting
been a
closer
wild
to Cloud
weekend.
City.
MJ, we've actually had a few overtakes so far in the beginning portion of this race. However,
Ooh, a little bit of locking up as Franco gets close to Maniac in the hairpin. It's a tunnel these two go. They've been racing at it for the past 11 laps. I think Franco's playing my games. Oh!
Defense. Caution.
Yellow flags in the back for Iceman and P8. Hash
Into the
Brown
wrong spin.
might be able to catch him. Iceman. Maybe those tires just not giving him the grip that he wants. As now Hicks joins the back of this train. Stamso, maybe his whole plan was to defend so that he can put his teammate into this train. Cloud City within 3/10. If there's going to be an overtake soon, I think it's going to be now. A little bit of iffiness. Stamso out of the exit. Cloud City, I don't think is going to be close enough. It's going to be a mega dive if he tries, and yeah, he's going to keep position, but he's going to be absolutely all over the back of Stamso, ready to make a move if one opportune itself.
Stamso too, he does have a 3-second time penalty from track limits too. So Stamso does need to keep that in mind, as we'll see here soon in a few laps. Maybe if these boys have not taken their second pit stop, they'll take it now, or at least take one off.
Franco on Maniac into Nouvelle Chicane. Maniac cutting it, getting a 10-second penalty. Maniac with a 10-second penalty, gonna ruin his lead. Franco in P2 still. I couldn't catch that whole thing, but Maniac is gonna have to clear that penalty. So if it was malicious, that's gonna hurt his race.
Oh my God, this just changed the game. Wow.
I wonder how the stewards are gonna look at that.
Fate in the pits.
Because
trying to do the undercut.
Franco might have forced him to cut it, but because Maniac needs to take that another pit stop, if it was, he won't be able to get that 10-second penalty removed after the fact.
If anything, he'd have to serve it in his next pit stop if he even does take a next pit stop.
Well, it's
which would be detrimental.
Fate getting closer to Iceman. Iceman had that spin, and Fate's on fresh tires. He's thinking about a move as they head into the Grand Hotel hairpin. Oh! Big hit as Fate runs into the back of Iceman and the hairpin. No damage to the V-Carb, though, as he gets lucky. They're going to head into the tunnel section.
Maniac
Franco
pits.
and Maniac fighting once again. Maniac into the pits, and Franco now leads this Grand Prix for the first time. Mark like sitting in P2. Stamso comes into the pits. Maniac, yes, serving his penalty. So that's going to have some grand implications on the ending of this race now, as he takes a wing replacement as well. So Maniac, he's going to enter, I think, behind the Mercedes as Leaky retiring from the session. Does not look like there's going to be a safety car coming out for that, though. And it's in the Neuville chicane, so a little bit iffy there. Yeah, Maniac coming out in P9 behind Hash Brown and Iceman. He's going to get held up by them. Franco in that clean air, maybe going to be able to push a little harder than Maniac right now.
I told you, these Mercedes boys, they got something going on. But that Red Bull of Mark still in contention, too. Will he be able to get to DRS range? Most likely not this lap, maybe next lap. Who knows? We'll see.
Iceman still sitting in P7. Kind of in no man's land. Now, will Cloud City pit again? He is on 15 lap old hearts with around
Mark and Franco.
13 laps to go.
Franco and Mark and Iceman and Davis all have to take another stop, too.
Maniac now catching up with the V-Carb. He's going to get held up a little bit as Hash Brown goes defensive against this Aston Martin. Maniac is going to be furious right now. He's on the new tires. He is ready to go and try to catch Franco, but this V-Carb is slowing him down. Maniac needs to play this safe. If he goes for something risky, he could put himself in danger and risk even more points as he goes for an overtake right before the tunnel. Gets it done. Maniac into P8 as now Franco and Mark Lex both pit. So where will they come out compared to Maniac? That's my question. Both
As we
of
see
them
Cloud taking
already
P1.
coming out. Yeah, new race leader Cloud City.
Maniac flying to catch Iceman right now.
Iceman maybe going to be playing the teammate games. He knows Franco's up there, so if he can defend Maniac, he can help, and I think that's exactly what he's doing as he parks it on the apex, preventing Maniac from overtaking there, but Maniac trying to go for something here. Iceman playing defense, playing the team game. I can see him braking earlier than he needs to as there's contact between the Aston and the Mercedes. They're going to keep going out. Around the outside, Maniac makes the move.
Oh my gosh! Maniac looking like he's prime Max Verstappen in the Aston Martin. Oh my lord, what a terrible couple of overtakes there, folks. As he is flying.
So the only people who still need to make a mandatory pit stop is Iceman and Davis. The rest are free to go to the end. It's just a question of will they want to. Mark Lex in P5 looking at the back of Stamso in his Williams as Hitch comes into the pits on to the new set of mediums. Actually, the 1 lap old mediums. I think those are the mediums from the start of the race. Whoa! As Maniac goes flying by, taking defensive action to go around him. Cloud City and Franco separated by 10 seconds. Cloud City does not need to pit again, so he can potentially go the rest of the way if he so chooses It's just a question if he wants to. It's going to be difficult. There's about 10 laps left in this race, so he's going to be around 30-lap-old tires by the end. Those are not going to be fun, but if he can make them work, he could pull off a great result for Alpine today.
We're going to see some movement in the constructors, too.
I don't know what those yellow flags are for, though.
Pretty much. We're going to see movement definitely in the Constructors' Championship, with Alpine definitely going to overtake McLaren in P5. You'll see Williams most likely overtake Ferrari in P3.
More yellow flags out. I think that's for Davis.
May see the Racing Bulls overtake McLaren too as well. McLaren may drop to P7 after this race. Maniac with the fastest lap. Jinx.
Maniac putting in some absolutely fire laps, trying to put himself back up there on the podium.
He is number 95, and we all know another famous driver with number 95 who we all know and love. So he's probably unleashing his inner McQueen. Who knows? Ka-chowing his way through the field.
Mark Lex maybe looking for a move into the Neuville chicane. He's been stuck behind Stamso for a couple laps now. Mark Lex was up there on the podium, but he must have had a poor pit stop as now Stamso is ahead of him. But Mark Lex on the 2-lap softer, or the 2-lap younger tires, sorry, might be able to push him farther than Stamso.
That's run on the back of the Mercedes of Iceman too. Mark unable to make the move into turn 1.
Maniac with another fastest lap, so he is doing quali laps right now. Absolutely trying to push. He wants to put back up on there on the podium. Unfortunately, I think his winning chances are thrown out the window unless there is a safety car soon.
But Mark looking on the inside of Stamso. They're in the Neuville, oh my gosh, I'm the Neuville chicane. The Grand Hotel hairpin.
Mark Lax taking a better line as he gets even closer to Stamso after the chicane. Trying to do everything. I think he wants this move done quickly. I think he's tired of sticking behind Stamso. He thinks about it.
Look to the outside.
He is sticking really close. If he has the battery, he could be making a move here. Watching and waiting within 0.2, within 1/10. Big hit for the Red Bull and the Williams. Mark Lax not getting the position as the two make contact, maybe hoping that Stamso won't report that if he doesn't take the position, but he is still within that 0.2. He is still ducking all over the track, trying to catch up as we're watching Franco just pull away time between him and Cloud. That gap was 10 seconds, now it's 2.5.
Little love tap from the Red Bull out of the hairpin as Maniac now joins the fight too for this P3 battle between these 4 cars.
Mark Lax, this is a great wing cam as you can see just how close he really is to that Williams. He is ready for something. We thought that it was going to be a last lap. Maybe it'll be this lap. It could be never. Guess you'll just have to watch and wait as he gets even closer. A little bit of tappage from the back there as they go slow into the final set of corners.
Jumps the curb a little bit too.
Mark Lax not going to have a great run on the Williams here.
Stamso with stellar defense.
Yeah,
right now. He does have to consider too with that time, with this 3-second time penalty too.
Stamso
so right now he would drop.
God's work for Hitch right now as Maniac has a big slide out of the exit of that corner. Maniac, he's getting closer to fate. Oh,
What's happening
big
between the
pile
Red
up
Bull.
in the hairpin. Wow, everyone getting really close to each other.
Everybody wanting to do some kumbaya together as
Yeah.
they gather through Monaco.
But
The last
look at
final
this
laps,
hitch.
Monaco.
The Williams driver, he was 3/10 back. Now
Oh my
in the back of
gosh.
this.
This is more exciting than the tier 2 race we had last night, folks. I'm sorry. This is
Here comes
oh my
Franco!
goodness.
Franco down the inside! Franco making the move! Franco leads the race! Cloud City in P2 on the 21 lap Old Hearts.
Oh my. Folks, you better stay with us. You never know what's going to happen here. We may have an Abu Dhabi 2021 situation with the way this is turning out, but who knows? We have a dueling battle going on for P1 and a jarring 5-car duel for this podium position. In contention, too. Fate looking on the inside of Mark 2.
Big mistake for Mark Lax.
Maniac!
There's a little bit of a pileup. Maniac drops down a position. Hitch up into 6th. And watch
Maniac
this.
looked to
Watch
the
the gap
inside.
between Fate and Mark. It's further back than it was before.
That might have just cost Maniac at least a top 5 finish right there. Oh my goodness. Clip that.
Mark Lax getting ever closer. We've seen this story play out before. Mark Lax down the inside. He's gonna make the move. Oh, the 2 make contact. Mark Lax now into P3 on the podium. Fade up into P4. Hitch into P5. Stamso dropping down into P6. Maniac in P7. I'm looking for damage. Mark doesn't have any. Does Stamso have
This
damage?
is a lifeline.
Stamso without a left end plate. Maniac making a move up into 6th.
Oh my gosh, the steward's gonna have a good look at that. Mark waiting and biding
Yellow
his time
flags
again.
out
Another
for
little pile
Iceman,
up.
as he is.
Is that a spin?
Yeah.
Just a little spin for Iceman.
Now,
Oh my word.
Now I'm
What
looking
just
at the
happened?
gap between Mark and Cloud. Are they going to be able to find Cloud? Is Mark going to be able to pull off the P2 right now?
I don't know. I don't know if he'll have much time, but those tires, the Cloud's tires are 23 laps old. They are screaming right now, as we will most likely see Franco having a strong lead. Iceman putting on the softs in the pits, but
He might be going for
it's going to be
lap.
close. Maybe going for fastest lap times. Who knows?
Yeah,
But this
as
will be
it
very
stands, Maniac
interesting.
will be taking a P5 because of Hitch's penalty unless that gets removed. Mark Lax. He has found a second in the last lap to Cloud City. He is on the hunt. I think Mark is also watching that time drop down. I wonder if he's trying to go for it. If I'm Mark Lax, I am pushing.
Oh, contact of the wall.
Fate out of the DRS. I think Mark Lax, unless he makes a mistake, unless I just jinxed him, has secured this podium spot.
Maniac still staying glued to the back of that Williams of Hitch.
Oh, into the wall goes Maniac.
Stamps missing his left and his front left plate.
That was from that wall.
Pretty yells from
contact.
that wall hit in turn 18. It's Sector 3. Oh, Iceman. The
Hitch
Williams
looking for a move on Fate. Is he gonna make the dive? No, he's not. He's gonna keep his position. Probably a smarter choice. He might be getting a good run here, though. Oh! There's contact. That's Fate's DNF! Fate is out of this race! Maniac with a big spin! There's a full safety go route! This whole race has just been flipped on its head! As there's a late safety car!
What did I say? We're getting an Abu Dhabi 2021 moment.
Oh my gosh!
I called it. Oh my God, this is a lifeline for Cloud. Cloud can put on the softs.
Question is, does Mark
oh
go
my
in?
Gosh.
I think if Cloud if Cloud goes in and I'm Mark, I'm staying out. I'm going for that track position. But I don't know what he wants to do here.
How many laps does the safety car stay out?
It can't be for long. I think this is going to be more of a virtual safety car than it will be a full safety car.
Oh, I know the Cloud can pit for Solz. He could. I don't know where he'd come out behind of Stamso, but this also.
Franco! Franco to the drive-through!
Franco with the drive-through. Cloud City. He may stay out. No,
Cloud City pulls into the pits. Mark takes the track position like I said. Hitch takes the track position. Maniac comes into the pits. Stamso comes into the pits.
Oh my
Mark
gosh, yes, Cloud putting on the
looking for the win right now.
Maniac putting on the sauce too. We also do have to, Franco does have that drive-through penalty that he needs to do. He needs to complete before the race ends. Hitch with a 3-second time penalty and Stamps with a 3-second time penalty too.
This is going to be a 2-lap shootout, I think. People are going to need to put on their gas pedal if they want to catch up to the safety car. I don't think it's going to be staying out for much longer.
Franco will probably be heading straight into the pits as soon as to just do his drive-through penalty as soon as possible. Oh my gosh. This is why we love Formula One. This is why we love Formula One. This is why, this is Abu Dhabi 2021 here in Monaco. Who knows what'll happen with the Mercedes in front, not on the hards, but having a drive-through penalty. I never witnessed the event in person. Safety car in this
lap. So it's going to be a 2-lap shootout. Mark Lax looking for this first race win this season. Cloud City on the softs also looking to be aggressive. Maniac, who was leading for so long, got screwed over by Franco, also looking for something. Franco not coming into the pit, so he's going to go. Mark Lax sitting in P2, Hitch in P3, Cloud City in P4, watching and waiting. What is going to happen in these final 2 laps?
Franco will need to complete his drive-through penalty, so he is just going to fly right now to try and build as big of a gap as he possibly can.
Watching as Cloud gets closer and closer to Hitch. Hitch on the older mediums with that time penalty. But look at the Aston Martin of Maniac behind. He is trying to make something move on this Alpine. Is he going to make the move? No, he's not. He's going to be forced off. Maniac still holding that P5. That time penalty is not going to help Hitch, as he's going to be losing the position to Cloud right now. But Mark Lack sitting pretty right now in this P2, net P1, looking to go on to win this race as Stamso gets by Maniac. Maniac now down to P6. Oh my God! Cloud!
And Maniac contact between the rear of the rear of Stamso.
The 2 Williams side by side into one of the final quarters. Stamso making the move. Stamso into 3rd, Hedge into 4th. Franco's gonna disqualify himself!
Oh my God. Mark is looking to win the Monaco Grand Prix right now as we head into the final lap.
Franco is not gonna do his drive-through. He's not able to do it on the last lap. So Franco's gonna get his disqualification. As it stands, Mark Lex will win. Maniac will be P2. I think Stamps will be P3.
He'll get a 22nd, according to MJ in chat.
Which I don't know
Franco will just get a 22nd penalty, so he'll drop to
how that plays out.
Yeah, if that's the case, he'll drop to P7.
You can hear the yachts sounding their horn. Will it be Franco? Franco will be first across the line, but I don't think will win.
It's looking very pretty for the Red Bull of Mark. Oh, now he's going to serve it. Wait a minute.
God!
He serves it.
Does
he win? Does he win?
Is he going to win? Oh my God! No, he's not! Oh my God! Mark Lex wins the Monaco Grand Prix! Maniac comes to P2! Samsung in P3! Franco with a 20-second time penalty for the on-serve drive-through! Cloud City in P4! Franco P6 as his gears P5! What a race! Mark Lex from P5 to win the Monaco Grand Prix for Red Bull!
I am flabbergasted.
Hash Brown taking home P7, Iceman P8, and Davis will bring home P9. What a race! Maniac was leading for the first half of it, and then Franco got a drive-through. Maniac got a penalty. Now look at it, Mark Lex, the greatest to do it.
Maniac, what a recovery to get P2. Oh my gosh, as there is lots of stuff going on in the paddock going on right now.
No, I'm scared to check.
Boy.
Dude, I'm scared to check. What a race.
Another podium for my boy. Oh. Oh my God! Lots of stamps. So Channy Mark's name in the driver chat has celebration in Red Bull. Stamso with his back-to-back podium too from Zandvoort. Maniac with after a poor performance last week in Zandvoort by the Aston Martins. The Aston Martins both double DNFing in Zandvoort. Oh my word.
What a race. The Red Bull driver Mark Lex from P5 topping the grid to take home an excellent win here in Monaco. Maniac with an amazing drive. I think he's my driver of the day, even though he dropped out of position to take that P2 for Aston. Stamso taking that P3 for Williams. Cloud City in P4 for Alpine. Hitch P5 for Williams. P6 goes to Franco for Merck. Hash Brown in P7 for V-Carb. Iceman P8 for Merck. And Davis takes P9 for Red Bull.
Oh my gosh.
What a race.
What a finale for Monaco here in IRL. What a wonderful finale we've had here, folks. Phenomenal finale.
That's not the finale.
Well, it was T1. It was the last finale of Monaco. It was the last Monaco race of the week. We have tier 3 and tier 4 racing next week in Bahrain.
Coda. No, it's not. That's World Car. I don't know. I'm getting myself confused. Whatever. But this has been your IRL Tier 1 Monaco race. I've been your host and commentator, Toasty, and bet I've been joined by my great co-commentator, WuSheisty.
Yes, it has been a pleasure, Toasty, this weekend at commentating with you. We've had a bunch of fun tonight. Hopefully.
A great races that we've had. But I hope that everyone watching has an amazing week looking forward. And I hope that if I don't see you until after the holidays, you have an amazing, amazing holiday doing whatever you celebrate. But
happy holidays from IRL.
A good night. And I'll be racing in Tier 3. Goodbye, everybody.